A weather alert for today as rain changes to snow, followed by gusty winds, and that is Arctic air sliding in for the weekend.
Sub-Zero Sunday, how MoDOT and the Missouri Highway Patrol are prepping for a weekend of extreme cold.
You don't want to get caught out in the cold. IDOT officials have what you need to throw into your car this morning so you're ready for anything.
Stereotyping St. Louis, how most Americans feel about our city and region.
There was no trying to get Lauren back up on the horse. There was trying to slow Lauren down.
Getting back in the saddle, I've got the inspiring story of a local equestrian beating the odds after a critical injury.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Good morning, one and all. We are waking up in a weather alert as we take a live look at downtown St. Louis. You can see some low-lying rain clouds covering over part of the arch there, just above the arch being seen. Missouri Governor Mike Parsons signed an executive order as winter weather moves into our state. It waives driving time regulations for commercial trucks that deliver heating fuels like propane, natural gas, and heating oil, and it activates the Missouri National Guard if they are needed to respond. It is a Friday, though, so we got that working for us. January the 12th, I'm Randy Knott.
And I'm Sydney Stallworth. Michelle Lee is off this morning with the heavy rain today and then the massive temperature drop we're expecting coming this weekend. We've got our whole team preparing you to make sure you stay safe. Our weather first meteorologist, Anthony Slaughter, and our traffic chief, Paul Cook, are here with us with the forecast and the current road conditions, of course.
And our Travis Cummings and Megan Curtin are out in the field with updates from MoDOT and from IDOT. But let's start off with Anthony Slaughter and the forecast. And Anthony, heat is nowhere in sight.
Yeah, unless you're in your car at home. Heat is really going to get a workout this weekend. The numbers are up near 50 right now, so it's not overly cold just yet. We have rain everywhere, no icing and no snow anywhere in our viewing area at all just yet. Things will change as we go into the afternoon. This next round of rain you see lifting in from the south. There is some lightning and thunder with this as well. That's going to lift in as we go towards the next couple of hours. So places like Madison, Iron, Reynolds County, even Perry County, you're getting some light showers, and that's the rain returning. That's going to be lifting into the St. Louis area somewhere after 7 o'clock this morning. So rain returns until lunchtime, and then it's a gusty wind that will bring in a little burst of snow. I think somewhere after lunchtime, 1, 2 o'clock. And after that, it's all about the gusty winds into the overnight hours. Gust this evening into tomorrow morning could top 40 to 60 miles per hour. We'll talk about the rest of the weekend as polar air slides in. Let's get over to Paul now, who termed himself as Thunder Snow. Paul Thunder Snow Cook. Good morning to you.
Yeah, we'll see how that works. I could probably, get broken in the ring, even if I go in there, my wrestling name. Okay, so we are looking out there right now and picking up more motorists out there, and this is camera views of all of the 270 North project that has been completed, except for one spot here, upper left part of the screen. You're not seeing the construction, but they're at Lilac, and just to the east, we do have construction that slows us down, and we had an accident there yesterday. Real quick, wanted to look at the maps we've been talking about coming in from High Ridge. You are moving just a little bit slower. Another take of traffic coming soon, guys.
All right, Paul. Right now, it's dry in some places around the St. Louis area following a heavy downpour this morning, but the dryness will not be lasting for long. As Anthony's been talking about, a major winter weather system is heading our way.
Our Travis Cummings is live this morning. He's in the storm tracker with how things are looking out on the roads. And Travis, we know you've been all over this morning. Where are you right now, and what are you seeing?
Sydney, Rennie, good morning to you. Right now we are traveling northbound on 270 approaching Creve Coeur. I want to flip to our front cam so you can kind of see the activity here. The traffic has definitely increased, but I got to tell you that rain is really minimal right now. We're only really getting a drizzle, and that's been the case through most of the parts that we've been through in the metro this morning. But that rain to snow conversion, that's going to be the big conversation, and mid-morning is when we will see that transition happen. It's going to be a dusting, and the winds will pick up throughout the afternoon. Now, our weather team says the strong winds will help keep the roads dry, but there will be some slick spots out there with the dropping wind chill. MoDOT says it's activating crews to work 12-hour shifts during the weather event and will be staffed by this afternoon. zone. The Missouri Highway Patrol has officers working major intersections and highways 24 hours around the clock this week and next week. And the main concern is people sliding into the ditches and vehicles breaking down, essentially. Officials say there's still time to get prepared.
So if you haven't already, now's the time to prepare your vehicles. You'll check those fluids, top them off, make sure you got good wiper blades. Have your little go kit, extra blanket, maybe an extra jacket in your vehicle, some non-perishable food items to have some snacks in case you do find yourself stranded for a little period of time.
All right, let's get you back live here. Again, we are northbound on 270 approaching Creve Coeur, and we're just getting a light drizzle right now, but that's still important to take note of as you go on about your morning commute. Give yourself some space as you're driving there. Star 59 gets drivers to the nearest Missouri Highway Patrol, and of course call 911 if you have any other emergencies. But our biggest piece of advice, if you're going to be out there on the roads, be careful, stay safe, and if you don't have to be out, of course, stay safe. Now I want to toss things over to our Megan Kernan. She is in the Metro East right now in East St. Louis, taking a look at what officials are doing to prepare there. Megan.
Hey, good morning, Travis. Well, it's not raining here right now, but you can see behind me the highways are still a little bit wet from the rain. And as the temperatures start to drop later this morning, the rain will change over into a wintry mix that will eventually change back into snow. Now, IDOT crews have been testing their trucks all week long to tackle any potential mechanical issues and make repairs. Crews have also been preparing a hot brine design for single-digit temperatures and putting fuel additives in all of their trucks to avoid engines gumming up in the cold temps. Since the system is beginning with rain, crews cannot pre-treat the roads. That means you'll need to be extra cautious when you're driving. And if you are hitting the road, both IDOT and the Red Cross are recommending you have an emergency kit ready in your car with things like an ice scraper, jumper cables, blankets, water, snacks, a flashlight, cell phone chargers, meds, and of course, a first aid kit. Now, just remember, if you do see IDOT crews and snowplows out there, be sure to give them plenty of space. Now, coming up in our next half hour, what you can do if you're heading outside today to stay safe. Reporting live in East St. Louis, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Megan. This morning, Spire has some tips to help you save on your gas bills as the temperature drops. During the day, open your curtains on south-facing windows to let the sunlight warm up your home. But be sure to close them at night to block out some of that cold air. Double check the areas in your home where the cold could sneak in, like chimneys and pipes, and sill around them. And make sure you've got a fresh furnace filter so all that warm air can get through.
Yeah, that furnace filter, that's one thing you'd be surprised about. If you run the AC and heat nonstop, you got to do it at least once a month, maybe even twice. You know, that's something we have to keep an eye on at our own home. So just be mindful of that as we go through the next several days. The cold is going to be with us for probably all of next week, and then another reinforcing shot coming our way somewhere around January 20th. So, yeah, it's winter. We have to deal with that. Right now, we're dealing with rain. That's going to start lifting on in as we go towards 7, 8 o'clock. Notice this little thin band of snow that's going to change over south into Phelps County first, and then lifting into Crawford and Washington County, and eventually into St. Louis. But notice how by the time he gets into the metro, there's barely any snow left, and that's this afternoon. The gusty wind, that will follow the rain and the snow. Temperatures tonight will fall back to 17, and when you wake up tomorrow, wind chills will be near or below 0. So that Arctic air is here and here to stay. Another round of snow possible Sunday and Monday. We'll talk about that coming up.
Now, you can get the Weather First forecast sent straight to your phone anytime by texting the word weather to 314-425-5355.
A battle over St. Louis skies, the neighborhood effort to block commercial drone surveillance, and the Board of Aldermen's response.
There is simply no stopping her. The incredible steps the local woman took to not just walk, but to ride again after a near-death accident with a horse.